We're applying for my first job. I don't know what I'm doing. I think my resume looks okay. He said I need to get a cover letter.
No, you don't have to.
But I don't know. I'm looking on Indeed. I'll let you know what happens, I guess. Good morning. Come with me to get ready for a job interview. I can't believe it. So today I have an interview at Cabrini. I know I said before I'd rather do retail just to try it out at first, but it's just not working out, and there's like no one hiring that's not Walgreens, CVS, and all that, and I'm not wanting to do that. Cabrini they had a position open, so I just went ahead and applied for it because, I mean, it's better than nothing at this point. Like, I still want to work at a hospital. I just didn't know where in the timeline it would fit or if it ever would fit. So I have nothing right now because I didn't get the job at Super One. So I just applied for it. I am extremely nervous, but also excited. Madison had a job interview yesterday, and she told me to just go in being like, just excited that you get, like, it's gonna be fun. It'll be fun. I'm just gonna go in there and chat. And the good thing is I already know the people there. And the woman who's like over the whole pharmacy is really the person who made me want to get into pharmacy in the first place. So it's like everything's going full circle. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I have an interview to be a pharmacist, not a tech, not an intern, not a student to get into school. I'm literally applying to be a pharmacist. Like, that is like the elite. That's like the elite thing I could be. I'm literally I'm applying to be a pharmacist. I can't believe I'm here. I have been working all this time for a freaking interview to be a pharmacist, and I'm getting ready for the interview. This is it. I'm applying to be a pharmacist. That's a big girl job. And I'm about to go to an interview for that. Whew, that's bizarre. Only God, literally only God, pulled me up by my straps and said, let's go. Get your stuff done. Stop procrastinating for this moment. And in all actuality, I need to keep reminding myself that these rotations that I've been on, really, they've been interviews. Like, they're 6 weeks long. That's a 6-week interview. And they really know everything. Like, there's nothing else I can tell them. Like, if they don't know me by now. Like I was saying in one of my other videos, I'm not even saying I'm going to get it, but it just seems like that this door opens so, like, it was too easy to apply, too easy to find the job. One of my friends who's a tech there, her name's Hannah, she messaged me and said, I wish I could read it verbatim. Something around the lines of like, they found out I was applying and the pharmacy was like, oh, we like her, hire her. And she said, I don't know if this is true, but that Spencer was like, oh yeah, she was one of our best students. And they really liked me. Once again, I'm trying to not get my hopes high. I prepared this morning and stuff for like the strengths, weaknesses, questions and stuff like that. I wish Melissa was here to do my hair. I'm just going to do my plain Jane, boring old woman looking bun that I always do. I'm trying to think in my head, like, it's not that big of a deal. You just go and hang out. But it is a big deal. I'm trying not to, like, really think about it, but this interview can determine what I do for the rest of my life, and that's really terrifying. So I'm going to try not to think about that. You want to watch how I do it? Okay, let's see how this does. My fear is that these are going to fall out by the time I get there. No, I don't like it. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this one because I feel like 2 would be too much. Final look. Let's do this. I literally feel like my heart's going to explode. About to go in. I got it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so much fun. So much fun. Okay, so it went really well. Basically, she was like, we already know who you are, and was kind of talking about how she feels like it's God's will, because she just kept saying everything keeps coming back full circle, because this is the same woman I did my job shadowing for in high school, and she was saying how they don't always have positions open when there's graduates. So she was like, it's just kind of crazy how right now we're hiring and you're available right now. And she said, do you remember that time you had, I ran into you at Walmart and you were getting flowers for your mom to tell her you got accepted into pharmacy school? And we happened to run into each other. I was like, you remember that? And she was like, yeah, I think about that all the time. And I tell people about that all the time. And then another crazy thing is she really likes Bailey too. And I love Bailey, as y'all know. And she was like, I'm really going to push to have another pharmacist, because a lot of times they go in pairs. She said, I don't know, it just falls like that. She would like to train us together and have us both, because they liked her too. So if me and Bailey work together, that would be insane. Yeah. So I'm freaking out.
Try Happy Peas today.
Debriefing. I feel really good about this job. If I don't get it, it is what it is. It's been very easy, and just to reflect back, if I do get this job and you look at it from like a God perspective, he has had his hand on it this whole time since high school. If it is going to work out, that he had his hand over me and placing me where I needed to be since the beginning. I job shadowed Spencer for 2 days in 2016 for my high school senior project. I go to LSUA for 4 years, and the day that I found out that I got into the pharmacy school, I go to Walmart to get some flowers to surprise my mom and say, hey, I got into pharmacy school. And that day I ran into Spencer at Walmart, and she said she hadn't been in that Walmart in 3 years, and she never got off that early either. So it's just really weird that we ran into each other at that time. And that's when I was like, hey, I got into pharmacy school. And she was like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy that we ran into each other on this day. If you want to do a rotation, you should. And then I signed up for a rotation 4 years later, and it's like a lottery pool. Like, I wasn't guaranteed to get a spot at Cabrini, and I got the spot at Cabrini to do the rotation. And then 6 months it's been, I applied for the job, and it's been so easy. I was kind of wanting to steer away from it, but it's like everything is lining up perfect to shoot through that door. The interview went better than I could have ever imagined. It was very relaxed. Like I said earlier, it just felt like I had a lot of friends there, and it felt like homey. And as many cons as there are, like I said a few videos ago, there's cons and pros to both situations. I'm just worried about this test. I'm worried about the boards. I just got back from the beach, so I haven't been studying. So I guess that's why I feel so anxious and nervous. Because if I start soon, then that's the less time I get to study for it. But I gotta get a job. So, yeah. The cons of working on the weekends. She said one weekend I'd work in the mornings, and the other weekend I would work in the evenings. Like, just like alternate that way. So that means that I would be able to go to church every Sunday still. So that's where I'm at. And I'm going to message her, email her, text. I don't know which one. And then it's just a waiting game. So it's been a crazy day. And I have a headache. I just took some Tylenol. And my eyes are really heavy. So I might take a nap and then study. So I'll update y'all.
If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here,
You're not gonna believe this. We got the job. We got it. I got the job. I got the call an hour after they were supposed to interview the last person. I'm really proud of myself because I told them that the pay was too low, even though it was fair, and they went up $1. My dad would have made them go up more, but I'm not him, so yeah. Also, crazy news, I don't start until July 1st. So that means I have 2 months to study and only study for my exams. But that also means I have to have them passed by July 1st. I read in the fine print that you have to be licensed within 60 days. So I think even if I do go to orientation July 1st and I fail, I have like 60 months to pass the next probably. That's just what I'm assuming. I thought that I would be able to intern while I worked, but the HR lady said that you have to have your license before you even go to orientation and all that. So that is fine with me. I'd rather study and really pass it on the first try. So we did it, guys. First job interview. First, yes. Like I said earlier, it's just too easy. But that's what God does when you're faithful to Him. He makes things easy. And this is my testimony. I look like unemployed. But I'm not. I'm employed. I haven't gotten a paycheck since Rue 21. No, the bookstore when I was the supervisor. So it's going to be nice. I can't wait. Even though I'm not going to be able to spend it because it's going to loans. But we'll see. So thank you all for coming on this journey. This is a good vlog. This is a good video. Good ending. We like happy endings. Thanks.